Please let me know if you can hear me okay. And hopefully I have the camera turned in the right direction. Let me see here. Let me make sure I'm recording. Yes. Hold on one second here. Okay. Hi. So my name is Cecilia. I grew up all over LA actually. I'm originally from San Fernando Valley, California. Well, there's so much to San Fernando Valley, it's huge. I lived in different parts as well as LA. Good and bad everywhere. I've seen it all, been through it all, been to many different schools. I am 35 years old. I have 3 kids, 15-year-old boy, 10-year-old girl, and 6-year-old boy, Akira, Ayani, and Aiden. And they are my life. Everything I do, I keep them in mind and have their best interests at heart always. Let's see. So I lost my sight when I was 10. I have a condition called Cone Dystrophy. That's basically where the rods, it's so hard to explain because I got so many mixed up weird explanations of my condition, and basically the rods and cones aren't recepting or something like that. I don't know. I do have light perception. I remember what colors look like. I remember what my parents looked like. I only have my mom now. My dad left this earth in 2010. He had a mixture of illnesses. He had a heart condition as well as cancer of the liver. He was a very positive person. Very, very hippie-like, I guess you could say. I think I get it from him because I just want everybody to feel love and peace. And he was a great man. He was only 57. They only had me and my sister. My sister is older, and she has 4 kids. So I have 2 nieces and 2 nephews, ranging from the ages of 10 to, how old is my oldest? I think she's going to be 25, my oldest niece. And I adore them. I always say that my niece was my first baby because I used to love playing with baby dolls when I was growing up. Anyway, I had always gone to the doctors. They didn't know what was wrong. They knew something was wrong when I was a little baby, probably about 2 months old. They didn't know what yet, with my eyes anyway. They didn't know, and they did several tests, and I always went through testing years and years, and finally my mom was like, when I was 3 years old, they wanted to do other blood tests for different reasons, not dealing with my eyes. They wanted to do other tests, and my mom was like, enough is enough. They had put me through so much. And the doctor said, well, she's not going to grow, and it's going to be your fault if you don't continue these tests. But she didn't want to. Years went on. I still went to the doctors. I still did testing, not what they wanted to do, but when it came to my eyes, I did more testing. I learned Braille in about 2 months, when I was about, I think, 9 years old, because they knew I was going to lose my sight. I remember playing video games. I used to squint my eyes to try to see the screen. I used to play Mario Brothers, and I loved it. There was also Duck Hunt on that cartridge. That was so long ago. I feel old now. But I used to play that. I've always loved music, animals, and babies. Those are still my passion today. I'm going to school now to study to be a social worker. And I just started my first semester in September. It's been quite a challenge because I've had so many obstacles all my life, but the past 2 years, about 17 months to be exact, have been extremely challenging on me and my family. Within the last 12 months, I have lost 3 people very dear to me. My grandmother last December 2016. My cousin, who we lost to mental illness in March of 2017, and then my friend, who was also my son's kindergarten teacher, was taken in the Las Vegas tragedy in September of last year. October 1st. It's all such a blur because everything was happening. I was homeless for 7 months from the end of 2016. Got an apartment in April of last year. That was a very challenging time as well. The state didn't want to help me. It was very hard to get help. In fact, the help I was getting got cut because they said I didn't need as much because I was homeless, and that is confusing, but go figure. America, California. I am glad to be in this country, but I don't agree with a lot of what's going on today, and I'm not going to get political with it, but I'm sure a lot can agree with me as far as that goes. I'm not extremely religious, but I truly believe in God with all of my heart and soul, so maybe that is religious, but I like to call it more so a relationship. Today, I'm feeling good. I have battled with depression, especially with this last year, understandably with all that's going on. I've dealt with it because of my blindness before. The worst was, when I was in high school. I felt very alone. My dad was getting sick, and I felt like it was just a dark time. Like I said, I'm feeling good today, and I've been feeling good since I woke up, so thank God for that. Let's see, what else did I want to say? I'm sorry, I got thrown off because I touched my screen. Okay, so when I was about 15 or 16, I took up gymnastics, which I loved. I also went horseback riding. I volunteered at an equestrian center, and I got lessons riding horses. I loved it. I love horses. It was awesome. I helped learn how to groom them, and then making a video. One of my neighbors. Sorry about that. I learned to groom them, and took lessons, and I really loved that. There was one time when I was riding this horse. Her name was Chiquita, but she was a quarter horse, so she was huge, and guys, I'm only 5'1", so she was humongous, right, to me. And so I got on her, and we were riding, and a car spooked her, so she bucked, jumped super high, and I just held on with my legs and stayed calm and talked to her. And I don't know, it wasn't scary to me at all. I understood she was scared, so I felt bad for her. And so we landed. I know, like we're flying. And when the horse was down, the trainer, or the main lady there, she came up to me and she was like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" I said, "I'm fine. Is the horse okay?" And she was like, "I cannot believe it. Most riders would be in tears by now and would be terrified with reason." I'm like, "No, I'm just hoping she's okay." I was okay, so there was no need to panic. And I'm saying for myself, not for her. I totally appreciated her concern. Sorry. Dropping my phone here. So anyways, I did that for a while. I really loved it. And when I did gymnastics, it was one-on-one. There was this beautiful coach. I'll never forget her. Her name was Kristy Swanson. She was awesome. And I trained with her for over a year. And it was one-on-one because, well, it would have been hard as a group, understandably, not being able to see and all, So we did everything from floor exercises to the vault to the balance beam, the uneven bars. I loved it so much. And it was good therapy. It was really good. I felt so good to be there every time I went. I stopped because she was actually going to school for nursing, and I think she had transferred. She went to university, I think. So anyway, high school sucked big time. I hated it. I wish I had the mindset I have now. Even though I may seem broken a lot of the times, I really am not like I used to be before. I was very concerned, scared of what people thought, scared of getting lost, all this stuff, But life experience will teach you that those things are not important, and to not be afraid, just go for whatever you want to go for. I've always loved to sing since the age of 4. I loved singing, still do, but I always wanted it as a career when I was younger. I didn't know the right path, didn't have the right backing, obviously wasn't financially, great, so I couldn't do any much with that. But when I was 21, I went and I met with a producer who produced a lot of R&B stuff, and I was nervous as hell. I took my, at the time, almost 2-year-old son with me, Akira, and I went in and I sang The One I Gave My Heart To by Aaliyah. He liked it. He wanted to work with me, and he wanted a small price, which was $500. That's small but big when you don't have it. Big now to me still. But I didn't have it, so I couldn't do it. He wanted to sit and have me sit with a team of writers, and he really wanted me to do it, but I didn't have the money. Then I tried modeling, but again, it was money. I did some of my own photo shoots, and I took the pictures to John Robert Powers. This lady said she wanted to work with me. She wanted to be my agent, but I needed to rent a dress of like $2,000, and I didn't have it. She was like, just get a credit card and just get the dress and then take it back the next day. And I'm just like, oh yeah, that's not easy in my world. I cannot get a credit card, and that's not happening. So that didn't happen. But in my heart, all I wanted to do ever since I was little is I've always dreamed of helping people. I've known my struggles of what I've been through, different things, whether it really personal things have happened to me mentally, physically, and emotionally. Things have happened in my life, and I've been homeless. I've been around lots of different people. I know what it is to struggle, and I know what it is to struggle with many things: depression, money, everything. And being alone, not having friends. I feel like I've been through so much, and then again, who hasn't? We all have our challenges, and we all have our things that we go through. Anyway, sorry, getting distracted by the noises behind me. Guys, I'm sitting on my patio, and my back is like to the wall of my patio. Okay, so anyways, I've always tried working from home because, well, honestly, I've always tried getting regular jobs, but being blind here in California discriminates. I have never been able to be hired, even though I've proved myself. Sometimes you go for job interviews and you take tests. I passed those, and one time, in fact, earlier last year, I went to a dispatch position interview, and I passed. There are 6 parts of the test, and I passed 5 of them. The one that I didn't pass was visual, was a map that you had to follow on the screen. Like, who even uses those these days, right? GPS, iPhones, you have a freaking GPS and everything now. But anyway, the bottom line is discrimination. I've been through so many interviews, and when I go in, I stopped. I don't do it anymore. I'm not going to do that to myself. But when I would go in, you could feel the elephant in the room. They have to go through the motions. Legally, they can't tell you, we're not going to hire you because you're blind, and we don't and we don't want you to work here. That's not what's going to happen. They're going to go through the motions. They're going to ask you questions. They're going to pretend to care. But they ask you the questions, and they're zoning out because they know they are not going to hire you. This is not me being negative. This is my experience. I'm 35. I've been going to interviews since I was 19. And the only legit job I've had as an employee was a phone sex operator. And I did that from home. And I did it for a couple of years, actually. The first year was paid hourly, and the rest of the time I was a 1099 form, where it was just like, I get paid by minutes or whatever, not by the hour, which I didn't like. So I stopped doing that. Anyways, so I've always tried working from home, whether it's setting appointments, working for a travel agency, just telemarketing stuff, or insurance of an insurance company. But they're all few and far in between, but I'm struggling every day to find something. The company I'm working with now, I totally believe in with all of my heart, and I want to tell you guys about this for a reason. I am working with a company called, I'm an affiliate, HempWorks, and we promote CBD oil. Now, let me explain. It is not illegal. It is FDA approved. and it is helping so many people. And I promised myself, let me tell you, that I will not sell anything for anybody anymore, because number one, people don't like to hear BS. Number two, it's not my thing. And it's just a waste of time because you're doing more work than you're getting paid for. But when you're doing this, and I don't look down on anyone who does it, because some people are really good at it, like really good. For me, CBD oil has been helping many people that I personally know and talk to. And I don't understand why it hasn't been legal for a long time. People, listen, I am talking to many people right now, one of which is a mother of a 2-year-old who's fighting brain cancer. And I hope it's okay to say this. And I'm not saying who, because I talked to actually 3 different people that are fighting cancer, along with other illnesses and even anxiety and depression. I'm a part of a few different groups of people with disabilities, and, you know, we all have our things. So within a week of giving one of the children the oil, she had an appetite when she wasn't eating at all. They were feeding her through a feeding tube. And this is actually, there's 2 people with almost similar stories. And it's been a very hard battle, still is. And I lost my best friend to cancer in 2013. And my dad had cancer in his liver, and he, like I said earlier, passed in 2010. So I promised myself I'm not going to cry today because I'm a crybaby. But I want to tell you guys the story. Within a week of someone taking the oil, they had an appetite. They were asking for food. And this happened for a couple of people. I have another friend who wants to try the oil, and I'm going to share what happens in real time because she's okay with it. She has lupus, and what CBD oil does is help inflammation. It helps people with chronic pain, and it helps people with even anxiety and depression. If you look up what CBD is, it's cannabidiol, and if you look up what it does, it helps with our cannabinoid receptors, and that helps with a lot in our brain and in our bodies. That's why it's able to help with so many different ailments or pains. So you can look it up yourself, because I'm not BSing you. I'm not the type of person to do that. And I, again, made myself a promise to never sell anybody anything again, really. But this is different. This is something that goes along with me wanting to help people and knowing people personally that it is helping. And I would not sit here and lie to you about this, because if I could afford it and just give it to everyone, I would. The company that I work with has actually really good prices when it comes to it. And the people that I know that have been taking it since before I started with the company are telling me that it's better, the pricing, than where they would normally get it from. It's also legal. And a lot of places that sell CBD oil don't really even have that much CBD in it. So it's more so selling you crap, you know. I'm not just saying that. On my site, there are lab tests proven results that it shows. It talks to you about what CBD does, and I 100% back it. I feel like it's just embarrassing with our pharmaceutical companies trying to make money off of people. When my dad passed, he was taking about 18 different pills or so. And to me, that helped hurt him more than anything. And if this was legal and available then, oh my God, I don't know. I just don't even want to think about that. But coming to you genuinely, give it a try if you can. If you're in pain, if you have fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis, back pain, any sort of pain or inflammation in your body, or if you're dealing with sleeplessness, insomnia, it helps with that as well. What it does, it works from the inside out. And again, you can look it up. There are doctors on YouTube talking about CBD. If you just type in CBD oil benefits or CBD benefits, you will see there's no THC, very little, if any, none detectable in your blood, because this is not about getting high, it's about getting well. And I'm telling you from my heart, and soul. I would not be promoting this if I did not believe in it and know that it works for myself. Now, everyone's going to have different results because our bodies are all different, right? But if you're spending money on actual drugs that you're tired of taking and just can't afford, and you want to try something else because this has been what's happening for so long, I say give it a try, and you have a money back guarantee. Even if you use the entire bottle, that's how confident they are about this. And you don't like it, you can get your full refund back. And so what better deal is that? If you have any questions about it, I'll be happy to answer that, or about anything I've talked about today. I'd be more than happy to answer that. Again, it is completely safe as far as CBD. Even if you're taking medications, it's prescribed. I'm not a doctor, but they say that you can take it 2 hours before, 2 hours after your medication. There's people on blood pressure medication. It does help lower blood pressure, inflammation, and some people that I've talked to have left their antidepressants alone because of CBD oil. People who are suffering from depression. And also for the lower doses, it's just good for people's all around health, well-being. Even if you don't have any serious ailments or anything that hurts, you can take it and, just to feel healthy, because there are 2 different doses that we sell. We even have a pet line, by the way, for animals, and my little Yorkie gets seizures, so I'm going to try it with her. I'm just going to start very soon, and I'll let you guys know the results of that as well. And by the way, in humans it helps. I've heard many stories of it helping with eliminating or cutting down seizures for people who experience that terrible thing. Again, if you guys have any questions, know that I'm coming from my heart. I'm genuine. I don't like lying to people. I won't. I also have a YouTube channel where I share my experiences, things I've been through. I have a little bit of my kids up there, and I'll also post links in the comments. I'll put down there my link for my YouTube channel, as well as my for the CBD oil, which we also have other creams. We have other products like cream for your body, like say you get on the outside back pains or something, you can just rub it on there, and people say it works tremendously. But the CBD oil is what I feel strongly about. If you have any questions, or if you just want a friend request me, please feel free. I love people. I love getting to know people of different cultures and different upbringings and backgrounds. Please feel free to message me or friend request me. Thank you, and I really hope to hear from you guys soon. I'm sorry let me see if I have any questions really quickly. Let's see. Hello, Sitchin. Hello. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Alex. And let's see, who else is in here? Who else is in here? Hi, Frank. Hi, nice to meet you too. What's May, I believe? Hi, May. Have a great day as well, Alex. Hello, hi, Frank. Sorry, guys, you know this. I'm listening, so that's why. Hello, Elton. Marilyn. Let's see. Well, anyways, guys, hello to everyone. Thank you for watching. I love and appreciate it. And I will gladly talk to you guys later. Let me know if you have any questions about anything, and know that I'm coming straight from the heart always. Be good to yourselves and each other. Bye-bye.